Got to make sure everyone else is ready to go. Thank you once again to our officials and to our both skating and non-skating. Without those officials, we would not be able to make these games happen. Your jam line is sponsored by Full Mobility Chiropractic. You'll be able to see Brad as a Full Mobility Chiropractic playing later on today at 7 o'clock with the Reservoir Dogs. The penalty box is sponsored by WFTDI Insurance. Your scoreboard announcement is sponsored by Roller Derby Level Up. Also, a quick reminder that Bad Girlfriend Skates, one of our vendors, will be packing up probably shortly before, well, right around the start of the last game here at 7 o'clock between the Reservoir Dogs and the Outcasts. So if you have any gear that you want to get or check out, make sure you do that before that. Because they will also not be here tomorrow. So Bad Girlfriend Skates will be packing up for the day. Also a reminder that the grill for the concessions will be closing at 5 p.m. The concession stand will still be open for a little while after that, but the grill itself will be closing at 5, so no hot food. Starting this jam off, we got Misfortunate for Northern BC versus Koozie skating for the Pikes. Looks like that is Puppet Master heading to the box. Misfortunate whips around, scores 3 and calls that jam off before Koozie has a chance to get any. Anytime you're the lead jammer, you get a pause. Anything between a neutral and a positive score differential is a good jam. It's like we got Harassing Ford now going up against Official Mascot. Both jammers pushing on the pack. Fist there, pushed, looks like Dark Wheel Duck into Harassing Ford. Harassing Ford does get out and score that lead jam status. Official Mascot being worked on barely good by Dean Machine. Is cycled back, but Dean Machine did take a penalty. Harassing Ford able to sneak by on the outside there, scoring 4 quick points. Building on that team Northern BC lead. Fist is able to knock Official Mascot out again. Harassing Ford runs into Dark Wheel Duck. Both skaters get up. Harassing Ford carries on, scoring 4 points. Looks like Official Mascot cycled back again. Dark Wheel Duck trying to help out with some offense. But Fist is just a solid line back there, and just Official Mascot just can't get past him. Harassing Ford. He's put up a total of 12 so far this jam. And Harassing Ford's going off for a forearm, so that means a little bit of a tumble. That was a star pass there. And Dark Wheel Duck is now the jammer.
That was totally an illegal star pass. Did he toss it?
No.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't be on.
No, and the pivot picked it up and skated away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. If the
I
pivot picks it up and hands it,
I thought they had to both, they both have to be upright.
oh,
and
was
skating.
Mascot the pivot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're starting this next jam. Harassing Ford will be starting this one in the box. And that is GoldenEye. like we got a little James Bond versus Indiana Jones action happening with GoldenEye and Harrison Ford. And this could be interesting here coming up. GoldenEye doesn't notice what's going on. He's going to push and calls off that jam, which is a good thing because GoldenEye did lose a toe stop. Your toe stop is at the Northern BC bench. They picked it up for you. Always check your gear. Make sure those toe stops are on tight. Kind of sometimes makes it hard to get across that dance on that line if you don't have a toe stop. That Dumbee's going to be going up the Mystic. No pack call, but Mystic still had to cycle back. Mystic almost got through, was knocked out by Killerella. No, sorry, not Killerella. Traumahawk. There's two 911s. Both jammers still trying to get through this initial pass. There's Killerella with some solid D there on that Dumbee. Holding them back. Finally get through after about 40 seconds. Looks like the Mystic is in the box. This is a power jam. That Dumbee with a little move there, holding on to Dean to spin around on the inside apex there. Bell holding that Dumbee off. Excellent work there by Cutie Sly, pushing them out. That Dumbee calls off that jam. Oh, they did take a, looks like they did take a penalty, so Cutie Sly is going to be starting this jam in the box. Official mascot going to give this jamming thing a try again. Going up against Misfortunate. Misfortunate scored 3 on their first jam. Official mascot trying to fight and get through there. Oh, is caught heavily. That it would be. Who is that? That would be. Oh, General Carnage that caught them, knocked them out. Official mascot just getting leaned on there by Fist. Shakes their head. Hoping to find that hole. Looks like Fist is now going off for a forearm. Official mascot almost had a line on the inside, but there got caught by General Carnage, but that is took a penalty on it. Official mascot finally finishes their initial jam. It's like Misfortunate took a penalty as well, so we do not have a lead jammer. Skating the full 2. A little bit easier for official mascot now that there's only one blocker out there for Northern BC. Official mascot kind of coming up to the pack. BC slowly building up their numbers. Runs into Fist. Oh, Grindhouse takes a forearm penalty. Oh, DeBow. I asked before the game how to pronounce it. I'm like, oh, there's 2 fancy things. I better ask that name. Harrison Ford's now going to be jamming up against Kuzi. And we got an official timeout. Looks like we got possibly a scoreboard issue or something, so just talking to the officials. Once again, don't forget, if you are an adult and have your ticket, you got a ticket on entry. If you don't have one, make sure you go get one. There is a draw that will be held at halftime of the Reservoir Dogs and Outcast game here at 7 o'clock today. There will be 2 door prizes. Generous donations is one made by the Carriage House, which includes a one-night stay in a premium room with a full hot buffet breakfast for up to 2. A $50 credit to any of their 4 food and beverage outlets, valued at up to $350. And there is also a Rydell Skates $250 gift certificate that you can possibly win. Reminder once again that Bad Girlfriend Skates will be closing shop at 7 o'clock today. So if you have any gear or anything you want them to get or make for you, make sure you go check that out. At 7 o'clock, they will be done for the weekend. Roller derby level up, I don't think I have a table. Mile Lab still there. They got a 10-minute massage for $15. You can also have there's a QR code at their table. You can book and get a $10% off a service from them. CCRD has their table. They got a $2 bin full of merch, assorted gear. You can get a bunch of Flat Track Fever 2012 shirts. And there are free water bottles. So if you do not have a water bottle or just want a second one, go grab a squeeze water bottle, please. Calgary Roller Derby and Calgary Junior Roller Derby have a table there as well. Check it out. If you're watching this derby and you got a kid, they have too much energy, sign them up. You can get signed up. Calgary Roller Derby will take skaters from ages 6 to 17 for the juniors. 18 plus is the adults. You can also sign up with Chinook City. A couple local. And then beside them, we have Nerd Roller Skates. You can go visit Projectile. You can notice them. They're the ones standing up on the box that's the same size as they are. Double their height with that box. This is Kuzi. Has lead jam status. Harrison Ford is in the box. Kuzi has lead jam status. Harrison Ford took a penalty there on that outside corner there on his initial pass. Oh, we got a forearm there on Bruceberry Pie. And we did get 2 points. So close that gap a little bit. We got now a score of 20-39, 19 points separating these teams. Not quite doubled up. That B is going to be going up against, that is who? GoldenEye. There we go, and GoldenEye gets through. Scores that lead jam status. Oh. Solid D there by the Pikes, holding that B back. I got some direction from the bench there for GoldenEye, able to sneak through there. Looks like there's a back block now on Bruceberry Pie. If I'm not mistaken, that is not Bruceberry Pie. Or they radically changed their hair because they had bright red hair yesterday, orange hair. I do. They're just rocking the Bruceberry Pie jersey. Because I have a feeling Bruceberry Pie is playing in the next game with Calgary All-Stars. I don't think it's that uncommon in Derby to wear someone else's jersey when you need to. This is Misfortunate now against the Mystic. Misfortunate dancing on that outside line. Solid toe stop work. Almost gets through on the outside. Gets a cut penalty there. Jeff to miss with that call. There we go. Bench telling Mystic he's on a power jam. Runs into DeBow. And that is a back block. Came in a little too hot into the back of DeBow. That's going to release Misfortunate early. And that means Mystic will only need to sit as long as Misfortunate did. Can't have two jammers in the box. Derby without jammers is pretty boring. Derby without jammers is basically level 1 Derby. You just stand in a line and wait. Mystic trying to get through. Oh. Came in a little high. Bruceberry Pie gets through. That's going to be another cut there on the Mystic. And I'll be starting this next jam shorthanded. Did manage to score 2 points there before that jam got called. So now with the Mystic in the box, there's going to be a little bit of a changing for who was going to be the pivot on this jam. We got an official review here. Looks like the Mystic is going to be sitting this out. So if they're substituting Mystic from the penalty box, I'm assuming they will have to sit the next 3 jams. Just saying, I'm guessing because they switched him out in the box, they will have to miss the next 3 jams because they're pulling out due to an injury. They were holding their face a little bit earlier, so this will be harassing Ford. Trying to push his way through. Pushes Darkwheel Duck, knocks his own player over, but still gets through. Comes back up with the pack, does a speed check. Darts to the outside. Is able to get through. Official mascot gets through the pack, finishes that initial pass. Harassing Ford comes through, hits Darkwheel Duck in the back. They are gone now for a back block. That means we are skating the full 2. Official mascot gets through, scores 4 points. Now looking to try and eat into some of this lead, only 21 points behind these 2 teams. Official mascot able to get through, scores another 4, puts them at 8. Still got 32 seconds left in this jam. Official mascot. Gets through that fist and grindhouse sandwich. Scores another 4. Dark wheel almost caught, but elbow catches enough. Elbow gets knocked out by grindhouse, so Harrison doesn't have to cycle back. Official mascot looking for a little duck dodge and get around. He was able to put up 16, eats into that lead. Only 12 points now separating these two teams. 46-58. We got an official timeout. We're just missing a ref. So 46-62, 16 points separating these teams. That Dumby going up against GoldenEye again. We've seen this matchup before. GoldenEye sneaking through the outside. That's a back block there on GoldenEye. That Dumby can still get lead jam status. This is get past Killarella. Oh, there's a multiplayer. Call on that is Mac and Squeeze. That Dumby is able to get through. Getting real low, trying to sneak through. Comes through on the inside, gets past Punchy. Scores 4. Comes through, gets cycled back a bit. Oh.
Sorry? There was somebody in the parking lot this morning.
That Dumby is coming around, giving some direction as they are now on a power jam.
When I got here, it was a Subaru Outback that was parked beside Rice Ball
How Oregon of them.
with Washington plates, so that's how I knew it was them.
No.
I'm pretty sure they're in there.
Especially because it's also it's a sanctioned game.
Yeah, I will find the rosters.
Imagine what MRJ would do to them if they were.
There we go. GoldenEye is able to get through, but that just finished the initial pass. No points. Northern BC puts up 12 to make the score 74-46. Misfortunes coming in to trying to open up. Oh, Northern BC the Northern Pikes are calling a beat timeout. This Northern BC Northern Pikes is going to throw me off a bit. Shorty. Oh, they can't hear me. Can't hear anything out on the track. It's not because they're not facing the track. That's why.
Yeah.
I don't really need to talk to them. It's on.
Shorty wishes that she was on a mic instead of wearing stripes. 'Cause you can't be sassy when you're on Team No Fun. We love our refs, though. Thank you, referees. Thank you, officials.
Game's still early enough that the Pikes calling a timeout, kind of get everything geared up. You don't want it to get too out of hand before the half. Points is still. Oh, we still not. We got an official timeout. The team timeout ends. Now it's an official timeout. And Graffy there over talking to the scoreboard operators. Getting stuff.
Yeah, I bet Smacks did.
Gives the track repair team a little bit more time to get everything good, nice and done up. Excellent work there by Killer Cupcake. And then whoever the other person is, I don't know their derby name.
I do not know either.
They might not even have a derby name. But if they're doing track repair, I'm assuming they do. When we start this jam, looks like the pivot Killerella will be starting in the box for the Northern Pikes.
That would be our WFTDI insurance penalty box.
And just a reminder, if you are staying for the full day, you do only have 1.5 hours left to get hot food from the concessions, as at 5 o'clock the grill will be closing. And then in about 10.5 minutes when we hit halftime, just make sure you give priority to those skaters, as they only have 15 minutes to go to the bathroom, and they don't need to stand in line and wait. You can miss the first jam. They really shouldn't.
I find the coaches get upset when the skaters miss the first jam.
I got in trouble announcing a level 1 game because I was mentioning that there were skaters missing or a skater coming back, and I didn't realize they were going to the bathroom. And after the game, they're like, yeah, if you don't mind, like, it was a little embarrassing for some of those ones as they were skating back to the bench. I'm like, pointing out, oh, look, so-and-so's coming back.
It's bad for team morale if you call the skaters out during gameplay.
Depends on the skater. You can call out Brad Ass.
And Rice Ball.
And Rice Ball. Old man jams. Your jammer is Misfortunate for Northern BC. Koozie for the Pikes.
Misfortunate has been enjoying lead jammer status quite a few times this game.
We got a multiplayer there on Hellcat. You'll notice that when a skater does take a penalty, their penalty is 30 seconds. That penalty does not start until they sit down. After 20 seconds, they get to stand, and there is a box, and they can stand anywhere in that box. So they don't have to stand up directly in the spot of the chair. So you'll notice usually the newer skaters will stand up directly in front of their chair. The more experienced skaters will kind of move around the box and kind of position how they want to stand in there.
Depending on where the pack is, you may want to exit the box to the left or to the right.
And if you don't stand, your penalty can stop, and they can stop your timer and won't release you at 30 seconds if you're not standing.
That is correct. You have to follow the instructions of the officials and get lead if you're harassing forward.
Oh, but there we go. He's going to be chased down by Reign of Terror. Reign of Terror was playing last night against with Calgary Roller Derby, their first All-Stars game. Reign of Terror was also one of the coaches of Team Canada Juniors in France in 2023. Harassing there, giving the shout out to make sure they call off that jam. think this is the first time we've seen this matchup. Official mascot going up against that Dumby. .38 points separating these teams. Mascot hoping to close some of this gap. Stood up by fist and knocked out. Cycled all the way back. First corner. The bow is trying to help out Misfortunate, or sorry, that Dumby. Oh, and there, who's that? That's 138. That is Cutie Sly going off. Official mascot almost got through. And able to sneak through. Finish that initial pass. That Dumby cycled back a bit. Calls it off. Scoring 0 points, but they prevented the Pikes from scoring any points. So a 0-0 is a good... Anytime you get lead jam and it's not a negative status, you're good. A negative point differential. This will be Kuzi going up against Misfortunate.
Misfortunate.
Nope. Go give her.
Snagging that lead again like it belongs to her.
Go. Oh, that's Bruceberry. Trying to get through. Kuzi still looking for that finishing pass. I do believe Kuzi is Belle's daughter, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe Bellicose Blonde. Kuzi's
right.
Belle's daughter. I'm 99% sure.
It's possible.
You got Harrison Ford now going up against the Mystic. A little bit of a size differential between these two.
Not an intensity differential, though, as Mystic really pours it out on the track.
Good to see they're back after having to get pulled out of the box there because they were a little bit injured. We just took a little bit of a pop into the face and just need that time to recover. Harrison Ford just trying to barrel his way through. Awesome work as the brace there. That is that Dynamite there. Awesome brace work. There we go. Mystic takes the cover off, puts it back on. Harrison knocked out, cycled back and calls that gem, but did score 3 points.
Northern Pikes calling for an official review.
Oh, looks like BC, or sorry, the Pikes are calling for an official review. I'm gonna go stick my head in and see.
Ash is going to do some reconnaissance for us, find out what we are officially reviewing. And while we review officially, please take a moment to check out our vendors. We still have Bad Girlfriend Skates here until 5 p.m. Mile Lab is popping your bones and massaging your hurts for $10 a pop.
They're just
Sign
using
up
that
for a
official review as a
10% discount.
timeout. Just using it as a timeout.
Sometimes you just need a rest. This has been a fast-paced game.
Only 4.5 minutes left, so you only have 3 timeouts in the game, but you get 2 official reviews, 1 per half. You get 2 official reviews if you win your official review the first time you call one.
Oh, yes.
That dumb bee. Be jamming against official mascot. Official mascot trying to push their way through. Oh, excellent toe work there on the line by official mascot. Oh, Punchy knocks out that bee, but goes out as well. So she didn't have to cycle back.
Official mascot said, "No, thank you. We don't need any points this round."
Shame on you guys. Shame on the refs.
Shame.
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 Shame. The jam is on. This is going to be misfortunate again. And that is Reign of Terror jamming for
That would be in the Northern Pikes.
Northern Pikes. It's Northern Pikes, Northern BC. It's throwing me off.
And out of play sees Reign of Terror getting lead this jam.
Reign of Terror took Amy Grindhouse right to the edge. Quick little hop on the inside there. There we go. Calls that jam off. Was able to score, looks like 3. 42 points now.
Short fuse, of course. A huge fan of the Northern Pikes slogan: skate fast and eat healthy.
There we go. We got Kuzi now and Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford pushes their way through, gets past Dark Wheel. That would be Dark Wheel and Mac and Squeeze holding them off. They'd hold them off for a bit. So since you know you're not going to hold Harrison Ford off for long, just hope for the best as long as you can. Now just Dark Wheel there. Excellent work there. That is Dynamite coming to help out. Excellent work trying to stay in front of Harrison Ford. Make him work for those 4 points. Kuzi has a star off and is cycled back there by Fist.
Harrison's entered the cardio portion of the jam.
There we go. Oh. That's a forearm there on Dark Wheel. Dark Wheel tapping his arm. There we go. And that is Cutie Slide now has taken the star. And Harrison calls off that jam before Cutie has a chance to score any points. 54 points separating these two teams. It's like that dumb bee is now going to be jamming again. This against official mascot. The jam is on. There we go. Official mascot quickly through and scores lead jam status. I think that might be official mascot's first lead jam status. Comes up and runs into Amy Grindhouse and partially cycled back. Oh, bump, but able to stay in. Excellent balance there. Pandal caught a piece of him, but not enough. We're now on jam time. So a jam lasts. That is halftime. Official mascot was able to score one more. Makes the score 58 to 111. 53 points separating these two teams at halftime. Don't forget to check out all of our fantastic vendors. And we'll see everyone back here in 14 minutes and 35 seconds.
Shorty, we love you. No, just for fun. Just because you react. Welcome back, sports fans. It's time for some more sports ball.
Who wants more derby?
We do. Clearly, the Pikes want more derby.
Pikes looking to close this gap. 53 points separating these two teams. Couple good jams, and this lead is closed fast.
And we know you can fit a lot of jams into 30 minutes.
We've seen 20-plus point jams this game, this last couple days, so we'll probably see a few more. This is now Misfortunate against Kuzi. Fist is now going to the box. And just also a reminder that after this game at 5 o'clock, we do have the Team Ontario Roller Derby taking on Calgary All-Stars. Followed at 7 o'clock, we got the Reservoir Dogs versus the Outcasts out from Puget Sound. Misfortunate looking to help build up this lead. Punchy doing their best to hold them back. Was able to call that off.
Pikes putting on a strong defense in that jam.
Able to build up on that lead a little bit more. Bring it to 57. Have you watched that show on CBC, like Canada's Ultimate Challenge?
Is it chugging maple syrup?
Did you watch Pterodactyl in season 1 of it?
Canada's Ultimate Challenge is holding back Harrison Ford as he takes lead again.
We got the Mystic there trying to fight through.
A quick hop, skip, and a jump through the apex.
Looking for some
4
help.
points.
Someone's going off there. Oh, that is Lashes going off. We found out that Imposter Blueberry Pie is actually Lashes.
In roller derby, identity theft is friendship.
Dark Wheel went down. Gives the rest a signal they are okay. Just had the wind knocked out of him. And Harrison calls off that jam. Was able to score 8. Yeah, they're in season 1 of Canada's Greatest Challenge, not the new one that's on Ultimate Challenge. That was right. I said you're in Canada's Ultimate Challenge season 1, are you not? They got COVID, and then had to get pulled out, and then comes back. I was watching it, and then once I saw they got COVID, and I'm like, oh, I'm done. Then I didn't realize they came back. Misfortunate there, trying to sneak through on the inside, gets knocked out. Official mascot looking to piggyback off them.
Misfortunate stuck that lead just a moment before official mascot could get it.
Misfortunate in that very familiar full lead. Looks like, oh, look at that. Looks like official mascot was fast enough to score 2 before that got called off. Oh, only 1 for Misfortunate. That is a definite win for the Pikes. That Dumbee's going up against Reign of Terror now. This jam has started. Reina almost gets through, but runs into Fist. And if you see there, Reina did not cycle all the way back because they had passed all the skaters except for Fist, so they only had to go behind Fist. The whistle goes. BC puts up 4. Pikes put up 0. 68 points now separating them. Harrison Ford now going to be jamming against Kuzi. Oops, wrong one there. There we go. Gotta see who's doing what for penalties. That is Gooseberry Pie. If you didn't see, I was doing air quotes, as it is actually Lashes.
Formerly known as Lashes.
Living up to number 31. There we go, Kuzi trying to get through. Harrison Ford gets that lead jam status and
Just
scored 4.
plowing his way through the pack.
Kuzi taking the star off. Held up there by Panda. Killerella. Bringing the electrician. Seven points there for the Pike or for BC. Puts them up 139 to 64. 75 points for differential. And like Derby, even though there's a 75-point difference, it's still a lot closer game than it actually looks like. There we go. Official mascot trying to fight their way through. It's held up there brilliantly by, I think that's Amy Grindhouse and Dramahawk. Team comes to help out. Official mascot, right foot goes out, so has to cycle back a bit. Punchy making some space. And a mascot gets through. Misfortunate, just killing some clock. Watching official mascot. Looking for the signal from the bench to call it. Team's just opting to kill some of the clock there. Misfortunate was just waiting for official mascot to get closer to the pack before they called that. This is the Mystic now. They're going to be skating against that Dumbee.
Lined up on the Full Mobility Chiropractic jammer line. And our WFTDI penalty box is currently empty, the way you like to see it.
Lining up on that jam line, sponsored by Full Mobility Chiropractic. Mystic able to get through. Scares lead jam status. We got a star pass there. Hellcats now taking the star for Northern BC. Darkwheel Duck doing their best to hold them back.
Utilizing those mystical forces to get through the pack and get 4 points.
Solid work by Cutie Sly Bell, and I do believe that is Killerella. Mystic squeaks through. Little to score 4. Scores 4, calls that off. Positive differential's good. We got Reign of Terror now taking on Harrison Ford. $1938, which is Harrison Ford's number, I do believe is the year that Temple of
I thought it was his birthday.
Place. I can see Old Man Jams. I think it's the year that Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark takes place.
Reign of Terror sprinting for some points. Gonna call it off before Harrison can get any.
Smart call, falls down, calls off the jam from the ground.
These skaters really skating their hearts out. Fast jams, lots of hits.
Didn't score any points, but Harrison Ford didn't score any either, so that is a positive. Misfortunate now, going to be jamming against Kuzi. Misfortunate, runs into the line of excellent push off there by Killerella. There we go. Oh, Misfortune is finally able to get into that very familiar lead jam status that they. Kuzi was looking for the pass, called to Cutie, but decided to keep it. There we go. I'm going to go on limb and say that the Pikes were going to call a timeout. No, we got a score of 68 to 151. 18 and a half minutes left in this game. One or two good jams here by the Pikes, and they can close that gap pretty quick. Who are you looking for? Rip? Yeah, Rip was in the junior game. And I think they played yesterday, too. I think Rip was in a game yesterday for...
At least one.
For Toronto? Yeah. Against... Oh. 7 o'clock, the headlining game. Make sure you got those tickets so you can win door prize, too. We got the carriage house in, night stay, get a buffet breakfast, and a gift certificate to any of their 4 food and beverage outlets. or you could possibly also win a $250 Rydell Skates gift certificate. Swag. That's all that matters. Swag, swag, swag.
Swaggity swag. Of course, 7 o'clock is also the time that Bad Girlfriend Skates is closing for the weekend, so you've got just about 3 hours to get your skates and gear from Bad Girlfriend Skates.
You also only have 1 hour left to get hot food from the concessions, as their fryer and stuff will be closing at 5 p.m. That Dumby against official mascot. Jam is on.
That Dumby,
That Dumby
twinkle toes in
sneaks
her
through on
way
the
to
inside.
victory.
Oh. Calls off that jam. Was able to score 4 points, so
A common derby strategy known as points and call it.
harassing Ford now going up against Reign of Terror again. Oh, Bruceberry lashes in there. Tried to hold Reign up. This is one of the first times I've seen Harassing not get lead jam status. Reign up puts up 4. Calls it off before Harassing has a chance to get around. Got Misfortunate now, going to be jamming against the Mystic.
Looked like the Mystic was going to say, hey, your shoe's untied.
Yeah. Oh, you lost a toe stop. That's only happened once so far today.
And now that you said that, everybody's toe stops are going to fall off.
I think I've seen it was at the forearm there to fist. It'd be like Everton at World Juniors there, were skating on 2 different skates and breaking a truck. Come on. There's also a camera here you can ham it up to when you come around this corner.
Sometimes our jammers like a little encouragement. You're allowed to make some noise.
What you notice if you ever watch Chris My Ass, they'll come around making sure that get that crowd into it.
Bradass as well, a big derby hype man.
Well, that's Miss Kuzi going against that Dumby. They go through. Miss Kuzi scores lead jam status. That might be their first lead jam status of the game. Freddie Hercury there at the front of the pack there for the Pikes. Looking to beat a bit of a bridge. Now coming in, smashing up that pack and helping up.
Fist gets recycled to the back of the pack.
Cinderella.
Takes some time to put the star on and get to business.
Cycled Fist back. It's like, bumped into Killerella. Killerella then bumped into Cutie Sly. Caught a bit of a shoulder there. Seemed to be okay.
Bumps and bruises, all part of the game.
Reign of Terror going up against Harassing Ford again.
Raina looking to repeat her lead jam grab.
83 points separating these two teams. Official mascot. Oh, Rain of Terror. Excellent work there by Punchy as well. Then General Carnage came in and smashed Punchy up to help get through. Reina squeaks through, scores a couple, and calls the jam. That's the biggest thing sometimes with the jammers. They just want to keep scoring points, but you gotta think it's not about your stats; it's about the team.
It's not about the points you score if the other team is scoring just as many.
Yeah. This will be the Mystic against Misfortunate. Misfortunate pushing on the front of the pack there, and gets through. Surprise, surprise! Lead jam status. Mystic having to get past Panda and Fist. And they do. Freddie Hickory joining back into the pack. That's Dynamite there. Form a two-person tripod. And we got Mystic comes up on the pack. Misfortune's like, yeah, you can't have any points. No points for you. We got an official timeout now. PH Demon calling an official timeout. Then go talk to the bench. Or talk to the penalty box, see what's going on. Let me just see the penalties and see if there's anything going on here.
Looking at the Pikes bench, you can see how hard these skaters are working. That floor is nice and cold and sure feels refreshing after a hot, heavy jam.
All right, the official timeout is over. Not sure what happened there. I'm wondering if maybe Bell was sitting for a penalty that wasn't taken, possibly, because they were in the box and got up. Now they're back on the track. So they might have had a penalty that was rescinded. Officials are humans too, and sometimes they make mistakes.
And
Dark Will Duck there trying to push Harrison Ford out. Little bit of a size differential there between Bell and Harrison. Fighting Harrison Ford off. Oh, Pasmashio's headed to the box now. Dark Will holding up enough. Kuzi not able to sneak any points in there. Dark Will there was asking for a penalty, didn't get it, and instead gets their own insubordination pay.
While frustration can occur on the track, it is generally a good idea to avoid suggesting penalties to the refs. The refs can only call what they see, and their perspective may be different than yours.
There's a time and a place for talking to the refs, and it is not on the track while you are skating.
Woo!
Ooh.
That was a 360 air to call off by number 66.
This jam will be started with both teams with one blocker down. No pack call enables Misfortune to get through and secure lead jam again. Let's get this back so I can see. That is the Mystic now jamming. There's a high block. High block on Bruiseberry Lashes. Head into the box.
Oh.
Oh, and that's Pistachio now head to the box. There's a high block now on General Carnage.
And the Mystic
That is a
said no.
stoppage in play. Mystic's like, nope, I'm done for this jam. High block was a little bit too high. We'll have to see what happens here now.
The Mystic checking in with our wonderful volunteer medics, with whom we could not hold this tournament. Thank you, medics. Thank you, volunteers.
We got an official timeout here. I'm guessing they're going to be discussing that last little string of penalties that happened here. There are a few high blocks and assorted things.
High intensity games can lead to high penalty counts. Do we have a penalty count?
Or lashes pie. I do Bruiseberry lashes or lashes pie. Lashes pie just sounds gross. Bruiseberry lashes is not that bad. We'll see what's happening here. There were 3 penalties right at the end of that. So, regardless the outcome, whoever it was will have to, because all 3 happened pretty much at the same time, you only have 2 skaters sitting. And they will record on the board. Once one of the skaters is standing, they can call that skater to the box. That also means because that jam got called off, the Mystic got hurt. The Mystic will also be missing the next 3 jams again. Regardless if they are if they're able to come back. I can't see because they're quite opposite. Everyone's in the way.
Oh, the Mystic is still with the medics.
He's still with the medics, so I'm guessing they are going to be probably done for the day. There's only 9 minutes left in the game. It was closer, and you're feeling it maybe, but it's also one of those risks you don't want to take.
It is a risk you take.
Especially anything high into the head area. You don't need to risk anything. Reign of Terror doing the Macarena there. Sans music. Hey, Macarena.
The Macarena lives in all of our hearts.
Los Del Rio.
Reina Terra snags lead.
There we go. And one thing I learned as of when I was at Naughty vs. Nice, if you get hurt, you should stay on the track. Do not crawl off. It takes the medics longer to get to you. And then your dislocated shoulder doesn't get looked at until well after the game. That was my first ever game and my third ever jam.
It's very hard as a player to admit when you might need to sit out for 1 or 2 or 3. Getting hurt is the death of fun, and we don't like it. These players have been putting their all out on the track, working very, very hard, very intense jams in this game.
Well, you're out there giving your own. Like a lot of these skaters, this is not Bell's first game. This is like, I'm guessing most of these skaters, it's not their first game today, let alone this weekend.
These skaters are made of tough stuff.
I think Bell's skating like 6 games this weekend.
The Mystic has played, this is their second time today.
Second time in a row they played the game right before this. Official mascot going to be, they better be able to get lead jam with only one blocker on there. We'll see. Amy Grindhouse has their work cut out for them. Got to keep an official mascot back. Nat Dumby has, that ends our timeout. Just under 9 minutes left in this game. Official mascot. Hardest part is there we go. There's only one blocker. This is an excellent opportunity for official mascot to possibly be able to get over this century mark. That Dumby opting to play some defense as having most of your blockers in the box. Trying to keep official mascot from scoring instead. Official mascot scores one more. Puts up 9. Oh, 11. 10. Kind of like the reverse count there.
A number of points. More than 4.
Puts up 10. That makes it close. Game's pretty much out of reach now, but with an official timeout. Paige Demon talking to our outside pack refs. All our refs are back in position now, so we can start again. Our jam is on. Misfortunate quickly out to lead jam status. 5 seconds to get through. Rain of Terror stood up there by Panda.
Oh, they've got the wrong.
Got up a little bit high. Well, it's not official mascot. Oh, that's Rain of Terror. Freddie Hercury, Puppet Master, and Punchy have some work cut out for them now. We will be joined by Dynamite now. Reina joining the fray again. Still needs to complete that initial pass. Little toe push off. A little fist pump when they finished. That excitement of finally getting through. Fortunate calls off that before Terror can get around.
I'm just here for color commentary. There's not a lot of color though, because the migraine's still rocking, so my brain's only like 25% functional. I don't. I'm gonna be in agony either way.
Harassing Ford. Gonna be your jammer going up against Kuzi. Harassing Ford trying to push their way through the inside. We've got a multiplayer there on Killerella. Excellent tripod work there. Dark Wheel with the solid work as the brace. Harassing Ford able to push that enough to break that up. Cutie Slide takes the star. Gets through. The bow almost caught them, but they were able to sneak through. Harassing gets through. Casually calls off that jam. That Dumby going up against the official mascot again. Our jam is on. Ooh, fist got a little high there on official mascot. Oh, and then runs right into
Official mascot.
official mascot. Knocked down by Dean Machine, but then Dean Machine like laid out by Punchy. We still have.
It is a 2-minute jam.
They're both waving off. I'm a little bit confused. So neither jammer has lead jam status. I'm unsure what exactly happened. I didn't see no pass, no pass.
I believe that there was a no pass, no penalty, possibly.
I didn't
that
see
would
the
still
signal
get
for it because they usually
lead.
do it after they pass the pack.
Perhaps a cover removal. But whatever the reason, this is a 2-minute jam.
There we go. Official mascot has put the Pikes over the century mark. That's 100 now. 12 points. That is the Pikes' best jam so far this game, too. Oh, Pistachio just has to get past.
Smashio working hard to hold back official mascot. Excellent one-on-one work.
Official mascot pushing Pistachio right to the end. That's a cut there on Dean Machine. Right as the end of the jam. 16 points there for the Pikes. To 4. Which? That's start pass.
Gotcha. I haven't played in like 4 years.
Oh, we got a official timeout here.
This game providing lots of teaching moments for all of our officials as they check and recheck what happened on the track.
This jam, we'll start with Dean Machine as the jammer because they did finish the star pass, so they are going to be starting this jam in the box. That WFTDI Insurance sponsored penalty box. Reina starting on that Full Mobility Chiropractic jam line sponsor.
And the score of 104 Pikes to 205 Northern BC on our Derby Level Up
Low block.
scoreboard.
Low block there on DeBow. Reina Terror all able to score that lead jam status. Taking advantage of Dean Machine being in that box. Yeah, tries to quickly dash through on the outside. Oh! Bruceberry Lash's had Reina lined up. Was all smiles. And then Reina was able to sneak through on the outside.
With a smile.
Smiles all around. DeBow there. Tried to knock Reina out. Couldn't. Got another penalty there. That would be... Who is that? 94. I don't have on my roster. 94 in blue.
I see a
Oh, no, it's not 64. 64, that's definitely not GoldenEye. I believe GoldenEye got ejected because GoldenEye is out of gear. Or they're hurt.
I think that's Mac and Squeeze.
Mac and Squeeze?
It could be
91.
Mac and Squeeze.
Oh, that one looked like a 4. That's what threw me off. The one you could if you kind of catch it, it looks like it might be a 4. It's just the font.
Could be the font choice.
The font choice threw me off. Oh, now we got an unofficial score of 112 to 126. I'll wait before I say that.
They are still validating the scores. Players, please remember to submit your MVB and MVJ, Most Valuable Blocker and Jammer nominations for the other team, to the announcer's booth. Thank you very much.
Don't forget to get your picture taken under the scoreboard as well.